dear students. So in this prevalent environment, we have to somehow manage our studies. We have been left with no option rather than this online classes. I hope you will try to be attentive in these lectures. In the kingdom Animalia, we actually classify the living organs, we actually classify the animals into different phyla. The criteria for phyla was actually given by the Carolus Linnaeus. You can also read Carolus Linnaeus. So in the kingdom Animalia, we have the phyla, and according to the animal kingdom has been divided into number of phyla. For example, the main important phyla are number one, that's phylum. Phylum Porifera. Might have known its name, Phylum Porifera, आपने इसका नाम सुना होगा. Second is that's phylum. Phylum Coelenterata. Coelenterata. Third one is phylum Ctenophora. Ctenophora. So these three phylums. Phylum Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora. Fourth one is phylum Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Fifth one is phylum Nematohelminthes. Nematohelminthes. Sixth one is phylum Annelida. Seventh one is that's phylum Mollusca. Eighth one is that's phylum Arthropoda. So first one is Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Nematohelminthes, Annelida, Mollusca, Arthropoda. Ninth one is that's phylum Echinodermata. And the tenth phylum Hemichordata. Last but not the least, and the most important one, that's the 11th phylum, that includes phylum Chordata. So here we have a last phylum that's called as phylum Chordata. So total number of phyla, I have mentioned 11 phyla. इसके बगैर भी बहुत सारे phyla हैं, but these are the important ones: Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Nematohelminthes, Annelida, Mollusca, Arthropoda, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. अगर chordates की बात करेंगे, इसमें अपने साबिक क्लास आते हैं जिसमें हम उनको डिफाइन कर सकते हैं later on. ठीक है, for example, in phylum Chordata there are spices which are commonly called as fishes. इसमें आते हैं बाकी living organisms, for example amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals. इसमें हम भी आते हैं. So ये हमारे पास कुछ phyla है. Before discussing this phylum Porifera, कुछ terms आपको याद रखनी पड़ेगी. ठीक है, इन terms का आपको ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा, और वो जो terms हैं हम encounter करते रहेंगे, हमें वो terms आती रहेगी जब हम phylums को define करेंगे, जिस phylums के characters को define करेंगे. ठीक है, तो पहले कुछ terms मैं आपको बताऊंगा. The first term is chordates. So how can we define non-chordates? What are non-chordates? Those animals, those organisms which don't possess notochord. So here, absent notochord. So notochord is absent. So it can be called as non-chordates. अब आपके दिमाग में एक टर्म आई हुई होगी, that's called as notochord. है क्या ये notochord? एक लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म, मेरे पास अगर कोई लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म है, कोई एनिमल है, ठीक है, इसमें आपने कुछ साइड्स होते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल ये इसका ऊपर वाला साइड्स called as dorsal side, this called as ventral side, this is anterior, this is posterior, and these two are called as lateral sides. ऊपर वाला side dorsal side, नीचे वाला side ventral side, आगे वाला anterior, पीछे वाला पोस्टीरियर एंड ये दो लेटरल साइड्स, ठीक है। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैं खुद की बात करूं कि ये मेरे डॉर्सल साइड है, बैक साइड ऑफ माय स्कार्ड इज डॉर्सल साइड, ठीक। अब यहां से क्या होता है, एक ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है, तो यहां मैंने रखा एक ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर। दिस ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर इज नॉट हॉलो, इट्स सॉलिड। इट्स सॉलिड, इज फॉर्म्ड ड्यूरिंग एम्ब्रियोनिक स्टेज। ये सॉलिड है, ये एम्ब्रियोनिक स्टेज में बन चुका है एंड इट एक्चुअली अराइव्स फ्रॉम द मेसोडर्म। सो इट्स अ ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर present on the dorsal side, arises during embryonic stage, present on the dorsal side, arises during embryonic stage, and what it helps in the attachment of muscles, it actually supports. So किस side present है, शाबाश, किस side it is present on the dorsal side. This tube-like structure is called notochord. So notochord हमारे पास available है, so this tube-like structure is called notochord. So हमारे पास notochord available है। अब इस नोटोकॉर्ड की बात करेंगे, इट हेल्प्स इन अटैचमेंट ऑफ मसल्स। अब जिसमें नोटोकॉर्ड है वो कॉर्डेट्स है, जिसमें नोटोकॉर्ड नहीं है वो नॉन कॉर्डेट्स है। सो सिंपल सी डेफिनेशन आ रही है इसकी। सो नॉन कॉर्डेट्स में जो पहले फाइलास है, पॉरीफेरा है, सेरेट्रेटा, चिनोफोरा, प्लेटहेलमिन्थ, निमेटहेलमिन्थ, एलिडा, ऑर्थोपोडा, मोलस्का, एकाइनोड्रोमेटा एंड इवन हेमिकॉर्डेट्स, दे आर एक्चुअली ऑल नॉन कॉर्डेट्स, ठीक। एंड द सेकंड वन इज कॉर्डेट्स। Chordates. Here the notochord is present. Here the notochord is present. So in this case we can say notochord is present, and those which possess notochord they are called as chordata. So हमारा जो last phylum है जो मैंने आपको बोला था उसमें असल में notochord होता है, तो इनको बोलते हैं chordata और chordates. So यहाँ पर हमारे पास दो टर्म्स आ गई, chordates and non-chordates. दूसरी टर्म जो मैं आपको मेंशन करूंगा यहाँ पे बिफोर going towards the first phylum, that's called Phylum Porifera. दूसरी टर्म आपको याद रखनी पड़ेगी, that's called as invertebrates. Invertebrates. A simple set definition: those which lack vertebral column. Simple सी बात, those which lack vertebral column. The simple terms, what is vertebral column? Simply it means backbone. So backbone is absent. So here backbone is absent. Vertebral column, or you can say backbone is absent. These are called as invertebrates. Phylum Porifera से start करोगे up to the phylum, sorry subphylum. Subphylum chordates के subphylums आ रहे हैं, Urochordata, Cephalochordata. Up to the subphylum Cephalochordata. Up to the subphylum Cephalochordata. Later on हमें डिस्कस करना है ये. Up to the subphylum Cephalochordata. यहाँ तक सारे invertebrates हैं. So starting from the phylum Porifera up to the subphylum Cephalochordata, these are all invertebrates. That means they don't possess vertebral column, they don't possess backbone. Simple सी बात है, इनके पास backbone है नहीं. जब backbone है नहीं, तो इनको बोलेंगे invertebrates. अब जिनके पास backbone है, exactly opposite term आएगी. It's called as vertebrates. Vertebrates. So second term is vertebrates. Here the backbone is present, vertebral column present. Vertebral column present. Actually, इससे पहले जो मैंने आपको बोला था notochord, that's actually replaced by vertebral column. Most of them say that notochord gets transformed into vertebral column. No, that's wrong. Notochord just diminishes, disintegrates. And there is a ruminant. In the embryonic stage, there is a ruminant of notochord. That ruminant is called as nucleus pulposa. So there is a ruminant that's called nucleus pulposa, but that notochord doesn't get converted into vertebral column. Vertebral column is second structure that's formed after the notochord. And that notochord, that vertebral column is actually called as also backbone. So there's backbone, there's a structure that's formed after the notochord. So moving on to another term, we will encounter a number of terms while discussing the Phylum Porifera. So one more term is that's called as about symmetry. Symmetry. How a living organism can be cut. Whether it can be cut into two equal halves, it's called as symmetrical. Whether it cannot be cut into equal halves, whether it cannot be dissected into equal halves, it's asymmetrical. Similarly, we have a number of symmetries. We have radial symmetry, we have biradial symmetry, we have bilateral symmetry, we have spherical symmetry. So number of organisms have different types of symmetries. They can be bilateral, they can be biradial, they can be radial, they can be spherical. They cannot show symmetry at all. That means they are called as symmetrical organisms. So this is another term that is called as symmetry. Moving on to number of terms at the end. But let's go for the first phylum. Let's directly move toward the first phylum, and that phylum is called as Phylum Porifera. So the term Porifera, it was actually given by Robert Grant. So term Porifera was given by Robert Grant. This Porifera is a Greek word. It's a Greek word which is derived from the word that's pori, which means pores, and fera, which means bearing. So from this we can derive the definition of Porifera, which means pore bearing organism, pore bearing animal. So poriferas are actually those organisms, those animals which bear pore. So these are called as pore bearing animal. So it belongs to the kingdom Animalia. So that's why I named it pore bearing animal. So Phylum Porifera, term was given by Robert Grant. It's a Greek word. Okay? It's a Greek word, and then there are two words. Pori means pores, fera means bearing. So it means pore bearing animal. Poriferas are commonly known as, they have a common name, they are commonly known as sponges. They are commonly known as sponge. Well, you might have seen a sponge, you might have seen a bath sponge, and it resembles in that way because it was spores, and that sponge also bears spores. That's why it's called as sponge. Common name is sponge. So let's move its general characters. General